Pennsylvania. You'll never guess where I just came from. Well, I just came from a hotel, a brand new hotel, which actually has rates for rooms which are comparable with rent prices, but that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is I just came from the second case to arrive in central Pennsylvania from South Africa. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that it's none other than Veroska, one of our viewers, one of the Wyatt Army. She's here. She's doing well. And she arrived yesterday, already had herself an appointment for Social Security, already had an appointment set up for medicals on this side, opened a bank account yesterday. And so I came by and saw her today. The director of the Refugee Agency called me personally this morning. Ironically, I was en route to come see Veroska this afternoon. Called me, and I missed the call. I called him back. I didn't recognize the number initially because I hadn't saved it yet. And he said, oh, this is so-and-so from the agency director. I said, oh, how's it going? He said, we had another South African come in yesterday. And the case officer wanted to make sure you knew about it. So I wanted to call you personally and make sure you knew that she had arrived. And I said, well, isn't it ironic that you called me, because I'm en route to see her right now. And so I came to see her in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and greeted each other, took her to Starbucks. It was too noisy in there. We got some drinks. I drove her around. I was going to show her because it's close to Starbucks, the Carlisle barracks, but it's because of the Iran conflict, it's 100% ID card right now, so I would have had to sign her in as a visitor. That would have eaten up too much time. So we just left there, and I took her to some different places in Carlisle, showed her the automobile club, took her to Lowe's. She got an American flag. Her first purchase in America is an American flag, so she got herself an American flag at Lowe's, and nice stitched one, not one of those printed crappy things. And then, I had a little bit of a brain fart there. I always put my phone in the same place, and when she came in, I hadn't had a guest in the car in a while, so since the last South Africans came, so my cradle for the mobile was here. I removed it so she could put her coffee there, and then I put my phone, something I never do, down in the door instead of in the center console or in the cradle. And so we went into Lowe's. We'll walk around. I'm showing you that you can find everything under the sun in Lowe's. Do all your shopping here. I mean, not that she's going to need that now, but anyway, so walking around Lowe's. I'm like, where's my phone? Where'd I put my phone? Senior moment, man. I've had like 7 senior moments this week. I'm going to have to go get checked out. Anyway, so I went back to the car, and I remember putting my wallet on the roof of the car as I was opening my pocket, because it's Velcro to put in my pocket. And I'm like, crap. And I went out, was at the top of the car, went to customer service. Nobody had turned the phone in. So I stayed calm. I walked back in. I said, I don't lose phones. What happened to my phone? Where is that phone at? Oh, this semi pulling out here illegally, not yielding properly. Anyway, so I realized as I went back and found her, she was waiting for me. As I got back to the spot where she was at, I realized that, oh, you know what? I put it in the door. And so we came back, and there it was. And now I'm talking on the phone. Anyway, so Veroska and I went around. I took her to Michael's because she's into crafts. I showed her Michael's. So she saw Michael's. I think she's pretty excited about that. Also, showed some of the other places around. Stopped in Walmart. Tried to look for a phone, but apparently it's hard to find a phone that's not unlocked anymore. All these phone companies, all these businesses, you have to get a contract. So anyway, there's a way around that, but just looking for an easy solution. It wasn't that easy. So anyway, so Veroska's here. She's in Carlisle, and she's doing well. She has an appointment in 32 minutes for a job interview. She's been here one day, and she has a job interview. Oh my God, will I get a job in America? Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to, there's no jobs. She's here. I'm not knowing she's going to get a job. I'm not saying she's sealed it, but she's got a job interview today on a Saturday, a day after she arrived. Say it ain't so, Joe. It is so. Yeah, boy, it's so terrible coming over here. Yeah. Anyway, I kept moaning about and showing her all the new housing they're building around here, which I detest. It used to be lovely fields and forests, and now all these houses, all these people moving in here, too much traffic. She's like, wow, look at this, amazing. Anyway, yeah, so how do you beat that? Now, again, that doesn't mean she's going to get a job, but man. So the director for Refugee Agency, when he talked on the phone, he's like, we've never dealt with this before. A single person at her age, and I'm not going to say how old she is, you can guess. She's not 22, I'll just leave it at that. Who comes over, and he's like, she's amazing. This lady she's going to complain about anything. She's ready to go. She's got everything in order. She had all her stuff. And it was such an easy thing for us to receive her. That's what he said. So, wow. Now, I will tell you this, is that, once again, I'm coming back to Church World Services and USCIS. there's some serious cock-ups going on here, folks. Okay, Veroska did not know where she was going in America until she landed in Washington, D.C. Can you believe that? Now, as far as receiving her, the case officer here didn't know he was getting a case until she was in Paris. So after she left South Africa and landed in Paris, IOM informed him that she was coming to Harrisburg and then Carlisle. He didn't know that. The guy found out she was coming the day before she got here. This case officer received her, got a Social Security appointment, got a medical appointment, got her to the bank to open a bank account, and got her an interview with a job all before she arrived within one day. How the hell can this be so fucked up so often by these agencies outside this area? How is it that people are waiting 3 months for a Social Security appointment? How is it that people, I don't understand the incompetence of these other places. Yes, there's other circumstances, there's more things, but if this guy could be such a rock star for a case he didn't even know about until 24 hours, not even 24 hours before she arrived. And why wasn't she told? She should have been told in Paris. They told him in Paris. When she got to Paris, IOM updated and said, hey, you got a case coming. This is the lady's name. This is her age. Make it happen. And this guy went out and made it happen. He's already got a place for her, a flat. Can you believe it? He already got a flat for her. She's probably going to move in a few days. This is how it's supposed to work. This is how it's supposed to work. Not this shit that's been going on with Church World Service and International Rescue Committee and so many other idiots in places where they're cocked up beyond belief. I mean, honestly, this is how it's supposed to work. Anyway, I guess I'm a little excited animated there. Folks, this is how it's supposed to work. I can't see any of your chat. I'm busy driving, and that's why I need to focus right now. I'm on my way to pick up my steamed crabs, so I'm a little bit excited about that. Anyway, they won't be Chesapeake Bay crabs. They'll be from Louisiana or from Carolina, but you know what? The beggars can't be choosers. So I'm not going to pay for them, too. They're not free. Anyway, so yeah. Now, on this route, I might lose the signal once or twice. So I'll apologize in advance if that happens, because there's a few bad dead spots out here. Maybe if I go this way, I can avoid it. I'm not sure. But I'm trying to think if I can cut across when I get there. If I stay this route, I can, but this route is blocked off. The bridges out almost all the way back to where I'm going. So I'm trying to think of a route where I can cut across. I think I'll stay on this route, which I've been on for ages. So it should be pretty thinly traveled because most people can't get through this way, east to west, so they have to take alternate routes. But I can go a certain distance and then turn off of it. So, but I haven't done this way in a long time. Anyway, but the tower here is kind of annoying. It loses signal a little bit further to the north. Anyway, yeah, so Veroska here, and she's now look, it isn't going to be all rainbows and unicorns. We're not trying to sell you solar panels or convince you the green energy is a good thing. It's not. Anyway, but I'm telling you that this is how it's supposed to happen. This guy's a rock star. He needs to get an award, and I bet he's been doing this forever. He was a Cuban refugee who came here with in-country refugee status from Cuba, and he knows what it's like, and he cares. I mean, you know, this going to be on my Christmas list, as well as the director. They're good people, man. Look, again, I'm not asking any of you to come here, and I'm not asking you not to come here. I'm just telling you that if we agree to accept you as a refugee, then there are certain parts of that agreement that we have to uphold. That's putting you in a safe place and getting you started and not making you wait months for Social Security cards or for EADs, employment authorization documents, or telling you, you're done in 1 month. That pissy, shitty, useless, racist attitude, bigotry. Anyway, so that's not how it's supposed to work. Look at this. This house was put in here about 9 years ago. They have a big lawn to mow. It must take him like 2 hours to mow that lawn. And they're sitting on the side of a hill. It's beautiful. It's been there for about 7 or 8 years now, I think. Yep. But so anyway, so Veroska's here. That's the second family, one person, second case to Central Pennsylvania. 50 is supposed to come. There'll be another South African family coming. I don't know who they are, on the 18th. They'll be coming on the 18th, so I'll have to catch them after I come back from my trip to Western Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Northern Pennsylvania. So that should be interesting. But I'm driving through the countryside right now. It's all cornfields, farm fields on each side. Well, there's what's that? El Camino. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so big silo up ahead. Yeah, it's the fields that don't have anything growing in now. There's some clover growing in that field. That's obviously going to be used for hay. A lot of them, some of the fields, not these here, these are all cornfields, but some of them have been planted with winter wheat last fall, and the wheat is growing up now. But these ones here look like they haven't. Maybe they're going to let them lay fallow for a year. Sometimes they do that just to rotate the crops. And off in the distance, as a crow flies, probably about 1.8 kilometers is a mountain range. That's the mountain, and then that's the south side of the valley. And the detour, I'm not going detouring half a mile. Well, okay, but I should be able to take that road up there. So I'm not going to listen to this detour sign. I'm going to try and ignore it, unless they want you to detour on the road I want to take, because the bridge isn't for a couple miles yet. Anyway, so yeah, Veroska's here, and she has arrived, and yeah. But I mean, that's unacceptable. How is it so difficult? How can you expect people to start a life? I mean, that's literally, I mean, the way they're treating this, it's almost as like the Vietnamese, you know, in Saigon in 75, jumping in Huey helicopters and flying out to the USS Forrestal, and then we're dumping the helicopters in the Pacific Ocean because there's no room on the boat. I mean, seriously? I mean, what the hell? That's what this is like. You're going to go? You don't know where they're going to go until they get to France? Come on. Joe Biden. I can't believe that. That's pathetic. Anyway, that was her situation. She did not know. By the way, we're going to with her maybe Wednesday. I'll go over early in the morning. She'll probably want to be in an apartment, but I'm hoping she's still in the hotel because that'll be a nicer backdrop. But I don't think I can do it Tuesday. But I'll try to do it because I have to do it early in the morning and then go to the War College for my consulting. Otherwise, I just do it, you know, Monday. But I'm tied up Monday, so I can't do it Monday. Anyway, that was the road I was thinking, but there's another one coming up that splits off to the left a little bit further. Yeah, so getting closer to where this detour is. Oh, I know where they're going to say the detour is. But I'm not going to take that one. No, that goes the wrong direction. The one I'm thinking of is a little further up here. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so they've been working on this. It's like a South African project. It's been out for like 10 months, and they're still working on it. There's the turn I want up there. Passing farmhouses, barns, fields. Yeah, but no, it's very encouraging. So I'm going to take this road. I know this road here, and avoid their detour, because I'm not going back to my house. I'm going to pick up the crabs, which is in a different location. That's a 15-minute drive from my house, but probably about 25 minutes away from this way. Cutting through the middle of two fields here. Anyway, how y'all doing out there? Hope you're well. 9:30. I wanted to tell you the good news. I mean, this is really good news. I mean, it's just, again, there may be troubles and nothing goes perfectly, but I mean, what a great start. How would you like that? Not flying to France and not knowing you're going and getting DC. She didn't know where she was going until she was in DC. I mean, that's insane. But that's not the part. But I'm talking about you arrived by a guy who found out you're coming just a few hours prior. He gets the paperwork for your Social Security paperwork done and has an appointment for you already, schedules medicals for you already, and finds somebody in your career field to do a job interview on a Saturday. Can you believe it? And already has a potential, place to live in permanently for this person. I mean, that's just insane. I mean, it's not insane bad, it's insane good. I mean, that's the way things are supposed to be, man. It's just crazy. That's how things are supposed to be. Not this crap we've been dealing with everywhere else. It's insane. Anyway, I'm impressed. I mean, but look, I know the guy's that good. I know he's that good. I mean, I've met him in person. I've interacted with him a couple times. He is just that good. He cares. And he does his damn job. He does the job he gets paid for, and he goes above and beyond. I mean, you got to love that. I mean, kudos, I haven't been mentioning his name. I think I mentioned once, twice, but I think I probably won't mention his name without his permission going forward. But anyway, yeah, wow. What can you say? So I'm good on this route, which nobody is on. I haven't driven this route for a while. Just some houses. It used to be parts of the cornfield here. There's some winter wheat over there on the left side. This is a fallow field on the right. Might be one to be corn later on. There's the mailman dropping off, the postal service dropping off a package at somebody's house. Yep. All right. Yep, just countryside, central Pennsylvania, Cumberland Valley. Yeah, anyway, sorry I can't read the text. You guys are writing the messages, the chat, but do need to pay attention to the road. It's a twisting, bending, twirling, curving road, and if I pay attention to my phone, I'll drive into a ditch or off a bridge. I just went across the bridge. Right, how's it going? There's my glasses. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to have a robot coming up when I get to this little village up here, so I can look at my phone then while I'm sitting there at a red light. Just let me get these out real quick. Oh, there's the raceway. There's a raceway near me. They do races here. So, see something here very quickly. Okay. I think I want to go left up here. Yeah, that's where I want to go left. Yep. Thought so. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been out here. This is where I released a groundhog once. I caught a groundhog and I did a catch and release. And there is a groundhog out there. That is definitely not the groundhog I brought, though. The one I released was down here, and that was a few years ago. He's probably not alive anymore. Yeah, rather than kill the groundhog in a trap, it was eating up my neighbor's vegetables. He was crying about it. So I released him right here. Right here. Watch him run off into the woods. Find himself a little place to dig a hole. Yep, that's where I released him. That's about 5 years ago. Anyway, yeah, so that was successful. I am seeing the Tunisian national bird here, though, in these fields. That's not good. And if you don't know the Tunisian national bird, when I lived in Tunisia, we were quick to identify it. People tell you about the Tunisian national bird. It's the scientific name is le sac plastique. Le sac plastique. I don't know if you know that. It translates in English as the plastic sack. That's because the Tunisians are pigs and they throw their rubbish everywhere, and all their fields, their farm fields, are covered in plastic, black shopping bags that are stuck in the soil. So, le sac plastique, we called it the national bird of Tunisia. A little sarcastic. Anyway, there's winter wheat coming up in that field. This one's fallow. There's an Amazon delivery guy, and boy, is he going slow pulling out of that property. The speed limit is a lot faster than he's moving. So I'm going to have to ride my brakes now so I don't rear end him. Okay, dude. He's like 50% below the speed limit. Guess he's not in a hurry. Good news is he's turning here. And I've got a robot. And then I've got 2 more coming up after this. So let me take a peek while we stop here. A few Boers and South Africans here in Oxford. Oh, Flushing, that's cool. Somebody's trying to marry Sharon. Okay, just hope we get tickets soon. Yeah, Ian, I hope you do too. Okay. South Africa, white women never get a job after the age of 29. Now I live on threats and fear in South Africa. Well, here, she's a bit older than 29, and she's got an interview. It's illegal to discriminate on age or race in America. You can get in a lot of trouble for that. But the bottom line here is that companies just need talented people that are hardworking and honest. And if you're that, you're going to succeed. Last night in the chat, had a Bronwyn popped up in the chat during the night owls. We had a long night owls last night, 3 hours, listening to music. Anyway, so Bronwyn last night came here 10 years ago as a South African, and she missed home for the first 3 years, but she doesn't miss South Africa now. That may not be your situation, but she's apparently incredibly successful based on what she told us in the chat last night. She works in D.C. and she books flight tickets for the congressional delegation and stuff like that, which is interesting. But yeah, she was. She said, you know, if you work hard and you try, employers love that. And she's right. All these leaves are starting to come out finally because it's springtime here. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's look. I mean, every country's got its problems. I mean, we have Democrats, so we have a problem. We also have Republicans, and we have a problem. But yeah, it's just if you apply yourself, you can make it here in America. It's as simple as that. I'm not on the wrong side of the car. I'm on the correct side of the car. 90% of the world drives on the correct side of the road, the right side of the road, which is the right way to drive, the correct way. The Anglophone world, for some reason, is backwards, and they drive on the wrong side of the car. Now, on the phone, it probably looks like I'm on the right-hand side of the car because it's backwards on the phone. Doesn't show you the actual reflection of what I'm doing. All right, so wanted, homes with bad roofs. Oh, this is a roofing company in front of me. All right, I'm in another robot, so I can peek in. Can't wait for my turn. Chris, okay. What else we got here? Okay. Hey, y'all doing? When to get to America? Scared for my kids. I already saw that. Why am I seeing the same thing again? We're landing on the 14th to Toledo. Can't wait to get there. All right, well, I'm glad you're excited about coming. I don't get too excited about Toledo. Not speaking ill of it, but I'm just saying it's not something I get all excited about. I live in Ohio. Okay, this guy's going way too slow, but I got to get behind him. So I've got about 15 minutes to get to my crabs, and that's about how long it's going to take on this route. So this worked out almost perfectly. I didn't plant my raspberries. Hopefully I won't lose the signal. I'm under an overpass bridge here. You can see it behind me in the window. Hopefully you still have a good signal there. Anyway, hello everyone. How's it going? West House, how you doing there? Helena Troy, what's going on? Dems is what that is. Hello to you. I can add a question answer sticker. I can't do that when I'm driving. YouTube, don't suggest that. Now I'm going to pass by a university that's located here, a rural university. It's a Christian university, Messiah University, which was Messiah College a few years ago, but now it's Messiah University. I would dearly love to teach there, but they don't really have my academic disciplines. I could teach German, which they don't have. I could teach political science or history. They don't really have that, so I'm hoping they get that curriculum at some point. There's a couple of former military officers that work there as professors, but they don't really have anything that I would qualify in. And I don't want a 9-to-5 job. I want to teach if I'm going to do something. So that's a strange looking Hyundai. I've never seen that one before. All right, so how long does your raspberry plants last before? Well, it looks like they last about 5 to 7 years, maybe. So now, if I experience, if you start buffering and I lose the signal here, I apologize, but start to head down into the gullies and ravines and traversing the countryside here. But before it was all pretty straightforward. Now I am at Messiah University. And there's a student housing they built up there, big apartments, lovely buildings. Okay, going through a roundabout. This guy's still going the same way I'm going. That sucks. I was hoping he wouldn't be. Anyway, right versus left. Sword on your right. Oh, my firearm was always on my left-hand side because I pulled it like that. I'm left-handed, so that's where I put my firearm. I think most people put it there anyway, so I just adapt as a left-hander. Oops. Going up and down here now. So again, I might lose you guys at some point. The signal. I lost a few viewers. Only 112 likes. Can't we do better than that? What is this guy doing? He's riding his brakes going down the hill. Is he turning? No turn signal. Nope, just riding his brakes going down the hill. Now there is a lovely place down here, an amazing place that is a historic building, but unfortunately it's right on the road, so there's constant noise. It's been a bed and breakfast, but it failed. It's been a bed and breakfast, but it failed. And it was available for sale. I thought about trying to, find money to make a loan to buy it and run the business one time, but I saw it kept failing. It's not exactly in a perfect spot. It is a historic bed and breakfast, though. It's beautiful. Yep. So, it's called Crossroads House. Built in 1790. It's really cool. Let me see if I can show you. Let's see. There it is. Built in 1790. Got this little petrol station thing out here. And a shack over there. All right, sorry about that. Give me vertigo. Didn't mean to give you vertigo. Good, he's turning right, going across Yellow Breeches Creek. Bye-bye. That's good. Now, on this route, there are houses that cost well over $1 million coming up here, a little further down. Now, these don't cost $1 million. This is a little sort of semi-village. But there's a place up here, I'm not going to be able to show you because it's a turnoff. I'm not going to take the turnoff. It's, really ritzy house. I know because I've used to come out here, park. I walked all these roads in this county back when I had a hip. And, so I'd walk out here and saw it. Yep. Anyway, this place here, somebody's loaded. They got a long driveway with big trees on both sides and a really historic house sitting up, overlooks from a bit higher elevation on the side of a ridgeline. I've got a sharp turn coming up here, so bear with me. I'm going to stop and then go under the train trestle. Stop. Turn right. Under the trains we go. Up the other side we come. And so these folks up here in this housing area, there are a couple of these, I'm sure many of them multi-million-dollar houses. I would love to live there. It's a great view. It sits up high, and they all have massive yards. Yeah. What is the name of that place? I don't know. Got a big stone wall on the way in. Yeah, it's beautiful. Anyway, over here it's just your average Joes and Schmoes, not these ritzy places. So, so I'm pretty excited for Veroska. I'm sure she's excited too. Wow, I mean, she told me she was coming. She sent me a picture from Paris, sent me a picture of the plane as the sun rose, and she was all excited, but she didn't tell me she's coming to Pennsylvania. I'm glad I didn't chastise her and say, hey, why didn't you tell me you're coming to Pennsylvania? She didn't tell me because she didn't know. She didn't know until she got to Washington, D.C. she was coming here. My goodness. So I was a bit surprised to find that Veroska was rocking up in central Pennsylvania. Anyway, so yeah. So the second case has arrived in central Pennsylvania, and that's pretty exciting. So, yep. Anyway. Yep. So we went by a T-Mobile store, and we tried to help, but they weren't very helpful. A little disappointing. So, anyway. Yeah, I'm making really, really, really good time. I'm going to make it to my crab place before I have to be there. Well, this guy has 1, 2, 3 car garage. He's got 3 SUVs in there. That house wasn't there a few years ago. Yep. So coming up on this town where I get my crabs from. It's a little village. Yeah, so you feel a lot of people on the road today. Turn the aircon off down a little bit there. That lady's getting her mail, but it's on the wrong side of the road. That's clever. They put all the mailboxes on one side of the road so the postal guy doesn't have to double back. Small cemetery there. Anyway, so how y'all doing? All right. Now I'm a little further away. I misjudged. I've been on this road a long time. That's right. I got a little bit further to go. But people are going well below the speed limit. I have no idea what's going on up here. No, they're just Sunday drivers. They're driving like they're in a town, but the speed limit's much faster than this. 4, 5, 6 cars backed up because this one guy car 15 miles under the speed limit. If it's Friday night, I'd say the guy's drunk. It looks like this might be drunk, you know. Anyway, looks like the signal's been holding up. I'm a bit surprised. The signal's been holding up. Anyway, but I'm looking forward to these crabs. I hope they're good. I really hope they're good. It's been a while. Now, this is a strange house. You can't see it, but these people have this wildly out of character for the environment. It looks like some kind of, nouveau futuristic thing, and it just doesn't sit in its environs, what's around it. Some other big houses over there. All these people moving out here in the countryside, and then sucking by all the countryside. Next thing you know, there's probably turn into towns and all be lumped together one day. Too many damn people. So the guy is going 15 miles below the speed limit still. Wow. Good thing I'm not in a rush, eh? Now here's a nice little housing development they built out here. Anyway. And now I'm in the village. Is Veroska in the chat? I don't know. I haven't seen it. I see someone said, so happy for Veroska. He said for you, Veroska, so she must be here. Yeah, I think she's pretty chuffed. She didn't really say that, but she looked pretty chuffed. Anyway. Hey, Leroy. Is it Reader? Sorry. Yeah, so I got a 4-way stop here. I got to watch. Give me a second here. Okay. Left, right, forward. We're good. Okay. Got a motorcycle behind me. Spring weather brings out the motorcycles. Got to be extra vigilant because motorcyclists, you don't always see them. Sometimes it's the motor's fault. Oftentimes it's the motorcyclist's fault. Anyway, so. Oh, there she is. I am very chuffed. You're welcome, Veroska. Thanks for sharing a couple hours of your afternoon with me. Good luck. You have an interview in 7 minutes. I hope that's sorted out. You were able to get a hold of the guy. Good luck on your interview. Wow, she's got an interview and she's here in the program with us. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Yep, so I went from one side of the valley to the south side of the valley, and now I'm further east and running back into hills over here. It's interesting terrain in this part of Pennsylvania. It's not too daunting, but it's nice. Oh, there's a lot of people. Everyone's out because it's spring. You wouldn't have found these people on the road recently. Wow, I burned through half that tank of gas already going back and forth to War College. Ooh, what are they doing? They got something going on here at my crab place. There's all kinds of people. What the hell's going on here? Oh my goodness, there's like people everywhere. It's never like this. Where am I going to park at? There's nowhere to park over there. You know what? I'm going to park right here. Wow. Wow. It's crazy. What's going on here? Well, do I have it already? I do have it already. what the heck, Dad?
Hey, Chris.
Man, you don't even treat me like a VIP. I gotta park here in the sidewalk like some beggar.
Yeah, really.
What's going on? You're on camera.
Oh, I'm on camera.
Say hey.
How you doing?
Yeah, man, they're busy out here today. This is awesome. Oh, you got a crawdad there. How's it going, man?
Good.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm all right. How's it going?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Me too.
Check out the crawdads. I'll show my audience. Whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so let me walk over the creek. This place is busy today. It's hopping. Look at this. Look at this, man. Everybody wants spring. They all want springtime. Wow. Everybody wants springtime. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this. I thought I was just going to pick up my crabs. I didn't know anybody's going to be out here for having a good old time. Wow, I wasn't expecting this. Oh, kids out in the creek. I was not expecting this. I just came to get my crabs and like somebody's having a party. All right, y'all. I thought I'd spend a few minutes chatting with you, but oh, glass upside down. What's that? Let me get over here where I can see in the shade. Get away from music though, so I don't get copyright claims or something like that. Yeah, anyway, wow. This place is hopping today. Wasn't expecting this. Big surprise for me. Didn't realize there was a party here. Oh, check this out. Check out this license plate. Let's see if you can see this. I love this license plate. You ready for this? This is Pennsylvania, man, right here. It's like Texas. Let me see if you can see it. Can you see it? I know it's backwards, but it says Second Amendment. I love it. I love it. Great stuff. Ooh, lots of people running around here. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's springtime, man. It's nice. Anyway, whew, in the shade here. Question, is it better to go to America or stay in South Africa and be a young adult and cannot find work? Well, you know, coming to America if you suffer from unjust racial because it's an immigrant. This isn't if you suffer from unjust persecution, you qualify. Go ahead and do it. It's pretty dope. Unfortunately, I got to end. Sorry about that. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for tuning in with me from Yellow Breeches Creek here in Central Pennsylvania. Cheers.